was 1986 when my life was changed, when these three brothers showed me how to walk this way. And every day seemed like it couldn't get better. But in 1987 it was bigger and different and fresh. From 1988, you suckers, my philosophy began to change to another. It was all about the music and everything they wrote. Eric B is president and he had my vote. Every word they spoke, every line, every stanza, you guys the Joe was just fucking bananas. Yo, MTV Raps would keep my brain fed. Every Saturday night of the living bass heads was a 3-minute 14-second time bomb. Now I'm looking for my own instrumentals to rhyme on. Ain't no half stepping, so I gotta commit. Said to myself, you Doc, you gotta do this shit.
I'm going back down to the time when real MCs did the rhyming, and music had that excitement. Remember those days? Let's get it back now. What's behind me? The soul that came to define me. So hip hop could just remind me of those days.
Now I go back 2 years before that, 1976, and I heard a mix. DJs and MCs on a cassette. There was no such thing as rap records yet. DJ Hollywood and DJ Small said something like, yes, yes, y'all, I was hooked. I said, what the hell was this? Eric said MC, Lisa said a mix. Hip hop, so I never did ever stop. The party spot, the body rock. Starsky, Flash, Spectrum City, Hate Shock. Leave me to hear and see DJ Eddie Chiba. Record unbelievable, inconceivable, cause the record was a tape on Jamaica Avenue. When in July 1979 and I heard the Fatback Band and King Tim III, my brother sister introduced me to it. I said, Chuck, you gotta just do this shit.
I'm going back down to the time when real MCs did the rhyming, the music had that excitement. Remember those days? Let's get it back now. What's behind me? The soul that came to define me. So hip hop could just remind me of those days.
Early 80s made fall, too small to play ball, but I thought it was amazing how my brother used to blaze, man. Twice his age, he used to send the ball sailing, serving suckers up like a lollipop salesman. How the game worked, I didn't understand fully. It was him, some other cats, and this dude read the school bully. Suddenly, this crew of dudes just walked up on the court. They got up in Red's face, man, I thought they would have fought, but instead of throwing punches, yo, they started throwing rhymes, gigging on each other with insulting punchlines. I was amazed and surprised by the things that they said, dropping rhymes on the dime from the top of the head. It hit me in the heart, man, it blew my world apart. Who would've thought the school bully would've conjured up my art? Ran to the crib, I gotta learn to flip the script. Looked in the mirror, said, yo, Ty, you got to do this shit and get back.
In the day before I ever heard a sound, I knew through my father that I came from the ground. That was his love, and I guess I always knew it. The purest act of love was he never tied me to it. See, I was free before I understood what free was. I explored everything and found my own loves. Fell in love before I really knew what that was. With an underground sound through the radio buzz. It was something I never ever heard in my life, but it drew me something like a moth to the light. Didn't make me popular, didn't make me cool, but I learned a lot what they didn't teach in school. Most heard noise, I heard poetry, and before you know it, I guess the poet is me. Still many years from what an MC should be, it was hip-hop that grabbed a hold and molded me. Now legends of friends and friends became legends. We're more like a family, a musical obsession. I'll never forget my life, cause I'm living it. Said to myself, I gotta do this shit and get back.
almost messed up there. I almost did. I can't help it. Yes, that was actually coming in at number 4, The Impossibles, with the Get Back remix done by Dr. Mindflip's Medicinal Mix, is what it was called. Like I said, Dr. Mindflip ended up stopping by Friday night for the 00 show, and he's like, oh yeah. And we started talking to us about the song, and he's like, did you hear the remix I did? And he's like, no. So that's how it ended up there. The original was actually at number 39 on the original, on the top countdown for 2014. Once again, we'll see where this one ends up for 2015, because it's a really great track. And I'm finally starting to really get to dig into the rest of that remix album. The Impossibles, Everything is Different album was just wonderful. And now these remixes are just re-energizing these songs and taking them in completely different directions, and I absolutely love them. So, with that being said, we're going to move on to our next one. I will want to actually mention before I go that if you go back to, I can't remember when it was, but it was earlier last year that I actually had C-Doc of The Impossibles on, and me and him sat and talked for 2 hours on an unformatted. That was fun. Me and him were both movie nerds, although he's a much better movie nerd than I am. So, I will give him that. But up next, you heard a little sample of it, is a track that has been played on the 00 since, well, before 2014, so it didn't make this countdown. But it is always a cloud favorite, and I've actually just finally started looking into the band, and I don't know much about them, but they seem awesome. So, without any further ado, here comes Aeon Sable with Dance Floor Satellite.
felt the